Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Their own destiny to try and put themselves at the pole spot in the West and have control of it heading into the final weekend of the regular season. It's game 37 for Hyannis, game 36 for Cotuit. Two sides coming off losses from a night ago, and they are prepared and ready to do battle in the Battle of Barnstable, and it starts off with Eric Snow, the shortstop.
And this is what we talked about last night on Hawk Talk after the Chatham game. Hyannis needs to strike early. They struggle offensively on the road. If they can get the bats going early, you pressure a Cotuit offense that has been slumping a little bit recently.
Mitch Carricker talked about in the manager's show how critical it was. Righty-on-righty matchup to begin the day. First pitch from C. It's a pitch at 82 that Snow swings through on the outer part of the plate. And we're underway here from Lowell Park on a gorgeous Thursday evening.
Big swing there from Eric Snow. It's how I say, mostly a fastball pitcher this past spring. Breaks off the slider, first pitch to Snow.
See with the leg kick, deals a pitch inside around the belt of Eric Snow. Kepley one walk shy of tying the Hyannis Harbor Hawks franchise wooden bat walk record with 37. Comes into tonight's contest with 36. 2-0 pitch as C leg kicks and delivers a firm fastball at 93. That clips the inner part of the black for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, it goes back to his fastball there, right on the hands. Perfect pitch that Kane Kepley not going to be able to do much with.
2-1. C kicks and fires a pitch inside, brushing Kepley away, and Kepley is ahead in the count, 3-1. The right fielder today, soon to be UNC Tar Heel, transferring in. Deals a three-quarters arm slot pitch. That is called for a strike, moving left to right into the zone in the low 80s. Tallow behind 0-1 on the righty-on-righty matchup. C will check back to Kepley again. Kepley goes in sliding safely.
Kane Kepley's speed, who leads the Harbor Hawks in stolen bases with 15.
He'll check back once more. Ball guy trickles away from Thatch, but not far enough to elicit an extra 90 for Kepley. Will pick off it. Coming here to Lowell Park. The 2-2 pitch is lined off the glove of Becerra, diving at shortstop. It trickles to Davalon at center. Moving over from second to third is Kepley. And Michael Italo with a well-hit ball at 97 miles an hour off the bat gets himself a single, and now Hyannis stands 90 feet away from striking first here in the top of the first.
It was a really nice effort by Becerra to dive and try to make
Tanner Thatch at first. The outfield is comprised of Compton, Davalon, and Winfield. Left to right, the battery mate of C is Klein.
And for Eddie Pelk, you mentioned he has a 6-game walk streak, and he's played 6 games. He's walked in every single game he's played here. He's found a way on being patient in the box, and that's what the Harbor Hawks have been good at all year, is the little details, finding ways on. And whether it's a walk, hit by pitch, base hit, stolen base, they do all the small details right.
Like Robert's really talking to C right now. This mound visit has been primarily him.
And Timothy Carey, the home plate umpire, jogged up there and waited a hot second for Mike Roberts to vacate. Timothy Carey, a home plate umpire. Jake Britka over.
He was incredibly disciplined with his approach, and even on that ball that just missed being a home run, he was down 0-2 in that count.
0-1 as a big swing and a miss from Mason White, 0-2. And for White, had an 0-1 day with 3 walks, brought in a run, and was a run twice for Hyannis. He's behind here with the 0-2 high leg kick. The fastball that stays high and away on White at 93, 1-2.
If there's ever a time for Mason White to cut down on a only one way to find out.
There's only one way, indeed.
Is this the one with the hole on it? It is. Yeah, Matt Coates is not safe over there.
The 0-2 pitch from C to Peebles. Taking his time, takes a breath. Finally leg kicks, and it's a fastball on 94 as he reaches back. That stays high by the eyes of Cannon Peebles.
And this is such a huge at-bat right now. If C gets a strikeout, that completely boosts the momentum towards Cotuit.
1-2 pitch. Peebles grounds into Advincula deep into the second base hole and fires on to Thatch. Hyannis had the door ajar with bases. And orange graces the rubber for them.
And he's a really big 5-pitch mix guy. Fastball, slider, curve, changeup, cutter is what we're working with from Chandler Dorsey. On his way to be an LSU Tiger. It's going to be fastball, cutter for the most part, and then it's going to be that sweeping slider. Curveball and changeup he'll show here and there, but it's mostly going to be that fastball, cutter, and then have that sweeper slider.
And it's a lineup from the Cotuit Ketleers.
Well, that slider was gross. That was a good pitch right in on the hand. Started that middle, caught the inside corner to the left-hander Davalon.
One's pitch is fouled back into the parking lot here at Lowell Park, and that hits a windshield square. 1-2. Thank goodness none of us parked down in the parking lot today. It's now Dorsey shakes off a couple, agrees on the third pitch. The 1-2 is lofted into shallow center field. Eddie Pelt comes ranging in, goes in sliding, and makes the grab. Eddie Pelt ranging in from deep 397 center field, comes in dropping to a knee to slide across the grass for the second out.
The left-hander hands extended.
2-1 is sent foul into the trees down the left field line, 2-2.
Not to mention, when you have a cutter and a slider, both pitches moving the same direction with 3 or 4 velocity difference, slider being a little bit slower, they play so well off each other, kind of having that same spin, the hitter seeing that same red circle. It plays really well off each other.
2-2 is a taken strike 3. Brandon Compton is sent backwards to the dugout with a backwards K. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chandler Dorsey on the mound. We're still scoreless here. Now the 2-2 as he settles on the rubber. Deals a pitch home. It's chopped foul down the third base line. 2-2. You're stumped, aren't you, Nico Sharp?
Yeah, I can't pull the name. I'm struggling.
I have no shot here.
You have any descripting words that you remember? No.
No. Can't.
The 2-2 misses low and away to load the count full.
That'd be Harbor Hawks legend Tony Roby.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good.
This has been the lineup that's construction. It's been this pretty much the same all summer long for them, but they are facing the right-hander Dorsey.
First pitch from Dorsey to the lefty Winfield is taken for strike at 88, 0-1.
You also have Matt Klein, the catcher, who's a left-handed hitter on the on-deck circle.
The 0-1 pitch from Dorsey spikes in the dirt. Rubber. 0-2. And Vinkela is able just to get the wood bat on the outer part of the plate at 93 to keep his at-bat alive.
Love that pitch from Dorsey, especially you just throw the slider the pitch before. So his eyes for Advincula is looking away, expecting that slider to come back in on the corner. That way he extends the zone after he throws the fastball and goes out and just catches wood on it.
The 0-2 pitch. So once more an off-speed pitch that Advincula is able to just get a part of the lumber on. Fouls it away. Here
This is just a heck of an at-bat right now, being put together by Advincula.
the 8th pitch of the at-bat from Dorsey to Advincula. Dorsey delivers the pitch. It's a hopper that goes to Snow at the second base bag, collects it, and steps on the bag. After Devin Taylor earns the walk, Jaron Advincula grounds into a fielder's choice. It's a 1-2-3-4 inning for Chandler Dorsey. And through two, it's Hyannis leading 1-0 at Lowell Park on a gorgeous Thursday evening in Barnstable.
This week we've been working a lot with
over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They have a doubleheader with Falmouth coming tomorrow.
And the first game is at home, and then they travel, and they have to go and travel on the road. Gonna be an interesting one.
First pitch to Kane Kepley is outside for a ball on the UNC Tar Heel, and it's a split doubleheader. It's a noon start. And Belk trying to get a second walk tonight. 1-0 is upstairs and away off of the hand of Klein. Tatalo goes back in to first base. Now 2-0. aggressively warming up in their bullpen. That is right within our line of sight, beyond the left field wall. Now the more. Timothy Carey joining the conversation, and Mike Roberts giving himself a full conversation worth. Enough to get a secretary and get a note from. Now the 1-0. White swings through on 1-1.
Big swing again from Mason White. That fastball up in the zone, something he can handle. He just missed it, came up short.
The 1-1 pitch is skied down.
The Harbor Hawks, it's been tough matchups all year long, and expect another one here. We're seeing a good one here. Harbor Hawks threatening, almost seems to be every inning, finding ways to have guys on, already stranding 5 runners, but it's the pitching staff and Taylor C. that's only held them to 1 run.
First pitch to Nolan Naraki is inside at 84, 1-0. Now Nolan Naraki, the third baseman. So the 1-0 pitch from Dorsey is chopped down by Mike Robertson, the coach's third base box. Naraki, the Clemson Tiger, ties the count at 1 apiece. For Naraki, batting .272 this summer. It's the 1-1 pitch as Dorsey leg kicks a breaking ball that steps in front of the plate. 2-1 at 81.
And it's the first righty that Chandler Dorsey will see today, and it's only Naraki and Becerra staying in the right-handed batter's box, the 8 and 9 hole.
The 2-1 is taken for strike at 92 to load the count at 2 apiece. Two is a swing and a miss. A 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch that Nolan Naraki swings through on. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Chandler Dorsey, and it's the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
It's that righty breaking ball. That slider had so much late break to it. Naraki caught out on his front foot, trying to get it, tried to lean forward lunge to get a piece of it, but that one had too much late break and gets the strikeout swinging.
0-0 pitch. Becerra sends off a shed behind us. Positioned just off home plate with a shade to the first base side. As the 0-1 pitch from Dorsey is sent back behind us. And Dorsey is ahead 0-2 to Timo Becerra. Becerra, the shortstop from Clovis, California. The 0-2 pitch. Becerra sends into foul territory. Dalton Bargo off by the foul line, drifting into left field territory and staying over in foul territory. Bargo makes the grab for the second out here in the 3rd. Clovis right outside Fresno. Eddie Saldivar along with JP Acosta and Timo Becerra catching up pregame. Playing youth ball as well as travel ball around the same area. And now all the way from California to Cape Cod, get to reconnect. As Tanner Thatch takes on Dorsey for the second time. 0-0 pitch is 89 miles an hour. That's called for strike.
And Chandler Dorsey going right after these hitters. Getting that first pitch strike has been huge for him so far. 2 2/3 innings pitch and has 42 pitches with 3 strikeouts.
0-1, nasty slider. That drops off the table at 81. And Dorsey is ahead 0-2 as he kicks and fires a pitch outside. 1-2 at 80 miles an hour.
Need a big pitch here from Dorsey. Top of the inning. You want to get Thatch out, have the middle of the lineup come up with nobody on.
1-2, swing and a miss. Chandler Dorsey has 4 strikeouts as Tanner Thatch is retired through 3. It's the Hyannis Harbor Hawks leading 1-0 off the bat of a Dalton Bargo solo shot.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Dalton Bargo, Josh Tate, and Blake Cavill lead off the middle third of this battle of Barnstable between Hyannis and Cotuit, the only 2 teams in the Cape Cod Baseball League occupying the same town with their perimeters, and Hyannis, a village of the town of Barnstable, along with Cotuit. This has been a battle for the Patriot Cup for 70 years between the 2 squads, and it's Hyannis right now out in front off of the solo shot from Dalton Bargo, who steps in to take on C for a second time.
And if I'm Dalton Bargo here, I'm thinking there is probably not a very good chance you're going to get a slider in the zone after what he did to the last slider he got.
0-0 pitch. Dalton Bargo goes looking for his 3rd homer of the summer there at the 90-mile-an-hour fastball that is firm off the plate. 0-1. 0-1. Dalton Bargo turns on. Gloving it is Thatch off the first base bag. Running from the mound over to first is C to step on the first base for the out.
Well, he did get the slider. It was in a similar spot as well, just a little bit more outside, and Bargo not really able to get the full barrel on it this time, rolling over to the first baseman.
Now Josh Tate had a single in the second. 0-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball at 82 away from the righty. It's a liner that got between Naraki and Becerra. It's the 1-0. It's an 82-mile-an-hour breaking pitch that stays in the zone the entire way. 1-1. I'll see. Takes a breath and deals a pitch to Tate as he lofts one. That goes out of play by the trees. 1-2. For Hyannis. They score first. They are 15-5. Trying to advance that to 16-5. Pick up a big road win here at Lowell Park. The 1-2. Tate swings and misses. The 93-mile-an-hour fastball off the hand of C for the second out.
That's a good fastball, 93 up in the zone. Tate can't catch up with it. And for C, he has had a lot of fastballs up in the zone. You saw a lot to Mason White, and Harbor Hawks haven't been able to get on top of it and catch up to it. With the fastball up there, it's hard to get your barrel up around to it, and he's done a great job of keeping it up in the zone.
Blake Cavill thought about swinging at the 92-mile-an-hour pitch, but holds off. It's a called strike nonetheless. Cavill struck out swinging in the second. Had the 2 RBI hit yesterday to open the scoring. And it's an 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch that clips inside for a strike, and the Aussie is behind in the count quickly. Now the 0-2 pitch is sent into the grandstand down the third base line. Fan taking a brunt of it there. They drop to the ground on the grandstands. The 0-2 pitch now to come to Cavill. He sets on the rubber, high leg kick, and deals a fastball that Blake Cavill swings and misses on. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor C. It's Hyannis still leading 1-0 through 3.5.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Walking back to Lowell Park, Chandler Dorsey out for his fourth inning of work. Has only faced one above the minimum. He's going to have the toughest test so far in his outing to go up against the heart of the Ketleers lineup for a second time. It's Davalon, Compton, and Winfield, who are due up to take on the LSU Tiger. Coming in, had never started a game for Hyannis, had 2 bullpen appearances, pitched 4 1/3 innings, and so far today will match his season total if he can continue on here. In the first pitch to Davalon is a fastball at 91 up in the zone that he swings and misses on.
And I mean, in those bullpen appearances, he really just looked dominant. Why he is in the rotation right now.
So the 0-1 leg kick is tapped back off the end of the bat at 92. 0-2.
You lost Kieran Kahi, who was in the bullpen and needed someone to fill in. Dorsey certainly making a name for himself right now.
The 0-2 is down in the dirt, staying low below the knees of Davalon, who flew out to Pelk in the first. Now the 1-2 is in the dirt once more. Cannon Peebles doing a good job blocking the pitch.
And you can't really ask much more from Chandler Dorsey. It's his third appearance, first start, 7 1/3 innings under his belt this summer, all scoreless baseball, ERA of 0.
2-2. 91-mile-an-hour pitch that stayed up in the zone. And Davalon was able to foul away. Dorsey takes a breath, shakes off the first couple of signs. Delivers a 2-2. Davalon, that's inside, and now a full count to Charles Davalon, the center fielder for Cotuit. Comes in 9th in the Cape Cod Baseball League, batting 143 in full counts. Payoff pitch is tapped. Foul right by us. keep the at-bat alive. They've struck out 65 times to walk 51 times in the 3-2 count. Dorsey working, and Stavelon, the payoff pitch is in the dirt and is taken for a ball. Davalon opens up the fourth with a walk.
And this is a good time for Tanner Cunha to come out, which he is. Talk to Dorsey as he's getting ready to face maybe the best hitter in this lineup, Brandon Compton. And the RBI leader of this team, mentioned earlier, second in the Cape Cod League in RBIs. And Charles Davalon on first base for now, but settle down early on and maybe get a big double play ball.
And when he's worked ahead, he's found a lot of success. It's only been 2 Cotuit Ketleers that have reached base, since both via a 3-2 walk. First one was to Devin Taylor in the second, now another one with Davalon. But when he's worked ahead and stayed ahead and been able to use his whole arsenal and use it in the zone to start off and then work those same pitches out of the zone, give it the same look to the Ketleers hitters, he's found a lot of success. And again, hitless baseball, still only giving up 2 walks.
Davalon does have 3 steals so far in this Cape Cod League season. Is a threat, but not a huge one.
Brandon Compton, righty on lefty matchup. And Compton sends one a mile out of the park, but is foul beyond the right field foul pole. 0-1. Compton went to ASU with the intention of becoming a pitcher and had Tommy John his senior year of high school and decided to pick up the bat and tool it with it a little bit, and tool it he has, really devoting himself as an offensive player, as 91-mile-an-hour fastball is called for strike on Compton. 0-2, and found himself big spots for Arizona State this year because of all the extra work he's put in, and once more finds himself in a big spot here with Dorsey ahead on the 0-2. Small leg kick that Compton swings and foul tips on to keep his at-bat alive.
And Compton just barely got a piece of that. It was in Peebles' glove, just squeezed out at the last moment.
Dorsey with the arm hanging over his right shoulder. Brings the ball back. It's a breaking ball that Brandon Compton is able to hold off on the appeal to Jeffrey Kinney, the third base umpire, playing by the second base bag. It's a 1-2 count.
That's a good pitch right there. Back foot slider, you're up 0-2. Compton's fouled off a couple of tough pitches, so you don't want to give him anything to hit there. Try to make him go chase one. Try to make him hit a pitcher's pitch.
The 1-2. Compton lines over to Mason White at second. Turns to Snow, who's standing at the second base bag, and Snow fires to Dalton Bargo at first for the double play, the 33rd double play of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks summer. Gets 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, it's a good thing Kenneth Peebles didn't squeeze that last pitch, because he was able to get something even better with the double play. You get Davalon at second, and that ball hit so hard off the bat, 101, that it was really almost an easy double play to turn once Mason White corralled it.
Easton Winfield will swing and miss at the first pitch he sees at 82 from the hands of Chandler Dorsey.
But really good swings there from Brandon Compton. Pulled that one, again, over 100 miles per hour. That first foul ball we saw from him, 107 miles per hour off the bat, just going foul.
0-1. And a swing and a miss once more. So Easton Winfield finds himself behind 0-2, and Chandler Dorsey looking to work his third 1-2-3 inning. Dorsey shakes off a couple of signs, brings the ball to his belt, and deals a pitch that is taken for strike 3. It's the third 1-2-3 inning for Chandler Dorsey. He's dealing on the mound. It's Harbor Hawks leading 1-0 in a battle for first place in the West when we come back.
I think, Dean, they're allowing you to find your own success and your own true independence.
Dean is a whole group of all different kinds of people and communities.
Since I've come to Dean, I've learned a lot of time management skills.
Our community is especially tight-knit, and the majority of our students live on campus. And you are guaranteed 4 years of housing while you attend Dean.
Dean is just full of opportunities for you to embrace, to welcome, so you can change yourself to who you want to be and form your career for the future.
So go through that, all right? Think that way.
Be a bulldog. Have a bulldog mentality in everything you do in life, whether you're playing sports or in the classroom or just socializing around campus.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. It's 1-0 Hyannis leading the Battle of Barnstable alongside Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons, along with our entire fabulous production crew that travels with us on the road today with a new name behind the buttons, Charlie Adams, cameraman for us at home. Getting the reins today. Doing a great job producing for us. And someone that's looking to produce in the lineup is Eric Snow, 0 for 2 right now, but knows it's a swing away for the soon-to-be Auburn Tiger.
Yeah, obviously happy with the lead right now, but maybe the best offense on Cape Cod, Cotuit. One run is certainly not going to be enough, especially with Dorsey likely coming out of the game.
Snow attacks the first pitch he sees from C for the third time and sends one into the left center field gap that Davalon ranges on to grab for the first out.
Eric Snow, that one high inside, couldn't get the barrel just quite around it, just a tad late. Caught him in on the hands, not able to get the full power on it. Davalon first reading like it was a shot to left center, ran backwards before rushing in to make the play.
Kane Kepley takes a pitch outside for ball.
Interesting defensive movement from the left fielder, Brandon Compton, playing over towards normal left field. Then he got the assignment from Brian Roberts, ran towards the foul line in left field, almost if Kane Kepley puts it down the left field line.
1-0 is outside 2-0. And Kane Kepley, as we've touched upon, needs one more walk to tie the franchise wooden bat record of walks with 37. This is the 2-0. Kepley sends one deep into right field. Winfield back to the wall, reaching for it, and it goes out of the park. Kane Kepley gets a homer. It's now 2-0 Hyannis from 2 solo shots from the Hawks.
You'll take that one over a walk. Kane Kepley goes long gone into the right field woods, and Easton Winfield now for the second time has his numbers facing the pitcher as it's a Harbor Hawks solo shot.
And that's what happens when you work behind in the counter. 2-0, you allow Kane Kepley to get his A swing off. One pitch, one zone there. Fastball up in middle, and Kane Kepley did not miss it and turned that one around.
Michael Italo swings and misses at the 92-mile-an-hour fastball that C sneaks by him. For Kepley comes in a big moment, being able to pick up his third homer of the summer. His 83-mile-an-hour pitch. C's able to get by the swinging and missing Ditalo. 0-2. Ditalo gets one out of the reach of the diving Becerra in the 5-6 hole once more. It's now 3 singles for Michael Ditalo.
And have yourself a day, Michael Ditalo. It's 3 hard-hit line drives and ground balls, back spinning the baseball. It's a good swing on time there, puts another base hit through the 6th hole.
Now Eddie Pelk will step into the box Hyannis picking up their second run off the homer for Kane Kepley. Tallow aboard at first as Eddie Pelk will not see a pitch, but rather C will check on Tallow, who goes in sliding to first base. Now the 0-0. Pelk sends into center field. Crashing in is Davalon as it floats to the left center field gap for the second out.
And the Harbor Hawks are taking really good swings. They're confident. But C able to use the movement on that fastball to his advantage, kind of tails at the last second away from Pelk, who just pops it up into center field.
Now Mason White, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, looking and swinging. He's had a pitch low. 1-0. Mason White got himself in the top 10 in the Cape Cod Baseball League in walks as he has 18. He's now tied for 6 after the 3-walk outing he had yesterday as C checks back on Tallow, who goes in sliding. 1-0.
Has been patient in the box, but so far it's been Tyler C having his number. It's been a lot of fastballs up in the zone to Mason White.
1-0. 90-mile-an-hour pitch that White can't make contact with. 1-1. C will check on Tallow once more. The 1-0. Mason White swings and misses on the 1-2.
Yeah, it's a good slider down the zone. Played it off the fastball from the pitch before, and Mason White seeing fastball there, getting caught on his front foot and coming up empty.
C deals the 1-2. That Mason White clobbers to the sliding Advincula at second base, who throws over to Thatch for the third out. But it's Kane Kepley with another solo shot to right field to get the Harbor Hawks up 2-0. And now we welcome in Josie Broyles. Evening, Josie.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, what an awesome day at the plate for the Hawks so far. But I want to shout out Paul Schmitz, our pitcher all the way from Germany, who was seen on the mound yesterday. He explained to me that he really felt like he was throwing solid pitches yesterday, and working with the pitching coaches here on the Cape has really helped him. But during my conversation with him, I was interested to hear about his culture shock from Germany all the way to Houston, Texas. He told me that it was obviously a culture shock to him, and he told me about this thing called Carnival that his school does, where it's basically a week-long Halloween, as he explained it, and everyone dresses up in boots and cowboy hats, and that he actually thought that that style was just in the movies. So seeing that in person kind of might have freaked him out a little bit, but I thought that was a little bit of a funny story. But after Host Family Appreciation Week, it was no secret that he gets along really, really well with his host family, and he's formed almost a brother-like relationship with the 3 younger host siblings that he now has this summer. He's been golfing with them. He goes and plays wiffle ball with them outside. He's even claimed that the younger brother started eating his vegetables because Paul eats his vegetables every meal. So tons of cute stories that I was able to gather from him, and it's just really awesome seeing him have such a bond with his host family and with the people that he's meeting here on the Cape. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Josie, and it's a prime example of the impact having a Harbor Hawk can have in your home. And if you want to host a Hawk, great reminder, we're looking for host families to end out this summer as well as for the 2025 summer upcoming. You can email harborhawks@gmail.com if you're interested. New arm for Hyannis. It is Dominic Carbone, who comes onto the mound in relief of Chandler Dorsey, who had a stellar outing. Dominic Carbone looking to try and continue that.
Yeah, he's been really good in his past outings. Has his 8th appearance with a 5.91 ERA and 10 2/3 innings pitched. But I want to focus on the last 15 days. In his past 3 games, he's thrown 5 innings pitched, a 0 ERA. Been really good for the Harbor Hawks. Has been getting better every single outing. And he coming in after Chandler Dorsey, who has thrown 4 shutout innings, doing a great job. And for him, it's going to be a sinker, slider, changeup guy. Good mix, and when he works ahead in the count, he's had a lot of success.
Looking to have success here tonight. Came in to get the close against the Falmouth Commodores and was able to pick up the save, the first save he's earned this summer against the Commodores, all the way back on the 30th. Now he'll deal his first pitch to Klein. That Klein rips out of the diving reach of Snow. And the Ketleers open up the 5th with their first hit of the evening.
And the second Chandler Dorsey comes out of the game. That's when Cotuit starts to hit. It was a rocket from Klein the other way. And I'm sure there's no one happier to see Dorsey out of the game than, of course, this Cotuit lineup.
Devin Taylor now steps into the box. 0-0 pitch from Carbone. Comes in at 80 miles an hour to be called for a strike on Taylor, who had a walk back in the second.
I believe the mindset, you go with Carbone here against this left-handed heavy lineup. You have 7 out of the 9 hitters for the Cotuit Ketleers coming from the left-handed batter's box.
0-1 is outside at 80 miles an hour for 1-1. Lefty heavy, all but 2 are lefties in this lineup for Cotuit. The 1-1 is an 80-mile-an-hour pitch that stays high. Carbone trying to find the zone here against Devin Taylor. Now you have to pick your spots well against the Indiana Hoosier. It's a 2-1 is fouled back off of the mask of Cannon Peebles. Timothy Carey will do the courtesy to bring the ball out to Carbone to allow Peebles the spot. Giving Jen Hollis athletic training staff a little bit of a mock towards the first base dugout, holding out his own finger, moving it left to right, and he's ready to go. Back behind home plate.
He passed his own test.
The 2-2 skips in the dirt in front of the plate. 3-2.
We love a little self-diagnosis there, and he's like following his fingers. He's like, yeah, I think I did pretty well. I'm good to go.
Yeah, he's good to go. He moved the head with it too, but hey.
He had Devin Taylor watching to see how he was doing.
Yeah, by his own rules, he qualified. He's good. He passed the test.
2-2, Dominic Carbone will check back in on Klein, who goes standing at first base, was only a step away from the bag. Carbone brings the ball to the glove at his belt, deals the 2-2. That's inside. And that's full count pitch that Taylor's gets for a walk, and now runners at first and second with nobody away here in the 5th for Jaron Advincula.
This is the guy that Cotuit wants up in a situation like this. Has only struck out 5 times all season long. That's over 115 at-bats. He has been absolutely fantastic in big moments.
Big moment here as Hyannis leads 2-0. Trying to preserve that lead. Bunt shown by Advincula as he lines it into the fencing foul. Now, Hyannis has to be cognizant of the bunt, having Detallo come to play on the infield grass along with Dalton Bargo at first. Middle infielders in Snow and White staying at double play depth. 0-1, bunt shown again. Fouls it between the legs of Peebles and Carey.
For Advincula, the first 2, trying to do a drag bunt, trying to be quick, and you have Nolan Naraki, who Advincula and Naraki tied for 3rd in RBIs on the team, both with 15. Here with no outs, trying to do a job, wasn't able to get it done.
And 0-2, it doesn't get any easier against Advincula. He'll just bear down and foul off anything close to the zone.
The 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. Dominic Carbone with the 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Sneaks it by the Cape Cod Baseball League leader in batting average for a strikeout and the first out here in the home half of the fifth.
And such a tough strikeout guy. He doesn't strike out much, only 6th time. To your point, Josh, you can see his approach really gets in his legs as he does every single pitch and really uses hands. Doesn't have a high leg kick, just very handsy through the zone.
Now Nolan Naraki struck out to Chandler Dorsey in the 3rd. Takes on Dominic Carbone for the first time. It's a 91-mile-an-hour pitch that misses off the plate to Naraki. 1-0. Naraki put together a very solid spring with the Tigers, batting .273 with Eric Bakic's squad. On-base percentage, .362 as Carbone steps away from the rubber. Carbone looks to get the signs from Peebles. Brings the ball back to his glove, takes a breath, and delivers. A pitch at 90 miles an hour that cuts inside on Naraki. He swings and misses, tying the count at 1 apiece. Carbone shakes off the first pitch he sees. Trying to bear down after Klein got the hit, who stands at second, and Taylor worked the walk, who stands at first. The 1-1 is sent foul into the trees beyond the first base line, 1-2.
Carbone's done such a good job keeping the pitches down the zone. That sinker has so much better downward tilt whenever you leave it up, it kind of just stays flat. So 90-mile-per-hour fastball at that point flat. Gets rocked a little bit, but that one having so much good downward tilt to it. It was Naraki trying to go down and get it, just comes up, barely able to foul it off.
And now they'll issue a pitch clock violation to Dominic Carbone to make the count 2-2 here to Naraki. 2-2. Tapper to Snow, who underhands it, tosses to White, spins, trying to go and thought about sending it to Dalton Bargo, but gets the sure out at second. Klein on the move over to third on the fielder's choice. Naraki gets to first. And now 2 away to bring up Timo Becerra.
Good pitch there from Carbone. That one just not hit quite hard enough to Eric Snow to beat the speedy Naraki, flying down to first base. And now you got runners on the corners for the Ketleers. Now Carbone has 2 outs.
Timo Becerra looks at the first pitch. Dominic Carbone deals at 92. 4 strike on the outer part of the zone. Becerra popped out in foul territory to Dalton Bargo. Back in the 3rd. 0-1. Grounder over to Talo at 3rd, who comes up firing to Dalton Bargo at first. Crisis averted with Matt Klein and the Cotuit Ketleers breathing 90 feet away. Dominic Carbone comes in to shut it. It's 2-0. Hyannis leading heading into the 6th inning.
At the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Taylor C. back out for what will be his 6th inning of work. It's impressive. You don't necessarily see an arm go into the 6th inning all that often.
You don't see it too often. You only get 2 runs, and both those were solo shots. So and he's had some traffic on, but having 85 pitches now going into the 6th, this is the guy that they trust, though, and they want to save the bullpen here a little bit. You have the back end games coming up as the season's coming to an end. Every game is going to matter. They do have a right-handed arm going for them in the bullpen, but just showing trust in your starting pitcher and saying, hey, this has been your game. You're doing really well for it. Keep going, and he's had a lot of success against these hitters when he gets ahead.
Now Cannon Peebles steps in to the batter's box to take on C. Peebles started the summer with Cotuit, played all of last year with them, got cut. Hyannis picked him up with needing some depth in their catcher position. First pitch to him in his third at-bat against C is outside 1-0. And since coming to Hyannis, has taken like a fish to water, has bought in on the Hyannis way, the culture. 1-0 is outside 2-0 at 79. Putting in the early work, getting to the field, and perfecting his craft, working on the jug machine, framing pitches, working off the tee. For Cannon Peebles, looking for it all to connect. It's a pitch outside 3-0. Peebles is ahead.
And it's been a mutual thing where, I mean, Hyannis fans so happy to have him. He's been so happy to be here as well.
3-0. Peebles takes for a 4-pitch walk here in the top of the 6th. Hyannis gets the first runner they can get on. Get to first base here in the 6th. Now Dalton Bargo, who had a solo shot to right field in the 2nd, steps back up with a runner on.
And for the Cotuit Ketleers in the bullpen, it's going to be number 45, Brock Pear, the 6'5" pitcher from Central Connecticut State.
Dalton Bargo swings and misses at the first pitch. He sees at 92. Dalton Bargo had a homer in the 2nd. Grounded out to Thatch. Bargo, 2nd pitch he sees is sent into the chain link fencing. He's behind 0-2. Dalton Bargo, a big country music fan. Loves Tyler Childers along with Morgan Wallen. Zach Bryan, he said with his new album, is one of his favorite artists, as it's a check back to Cannon Peebles, who goes in standing.
Big country music guy myself as well. Love me some good country music.
0-2, Dalton Bargo swings and misses at the 92-mile-an-hour fastball that's left elevated for the first out. Now a 5 1/3 innings pitched for Taylor C. Josh Tate now takes on C for the 3rd time. 82-mile-an-hour pitch stays upstairs to Josh Tate, the Georgia Southern mid-July addition to the Harbor Hawks squad. And since joining the team, he's done a very good job. 1-0 shows bunt, has it skip off the dirt. Goes foul. 1-1.
Like showing that from Josh Tate. He's been swinging the bat well, showing bunt there. Got a lot of speed to him as well. And by showing bunt, the worst case that happens is right there. You try to put it on the line, so it's either a base hit, but if it goes foul, worst case scenario, now it's foul ball, and you're going to bring in the third baseman, Nolan Naraki, just enough. So if you pull one there, he cannot cover as much ground and work a base hit.
1-1 is a 91-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate, 2-1. And for Lowell Park, foul lines are the lip of the grass. It's not halfway between the dirt and the infield at most traditional ballparks. It's the 2-1 is some chin music at 89 for Josh Tate as he turns away from it.
And that's been the only sign of fatigue we've seen from C is that 89-mile-per-hour fastball. It was 93, 94 to start off the game. Went down a little bit. He's had his command pretty good. That's his first one that's really gotten away from him.
3-1, runner goes in Cannon Peebles. Klein out of the pop, throwing down. And Cannon Peebles gets a stolen base. It was a throw to second base that got away from Advincula to the left side of the second base bag and just couldn't hold on to it to try and make a swiping tag. And Peebles was in safely. Pitch missed for a ball on Tate to load the count full.
And that was just Peebles catching Cotuit off guard.
3-2 is called for strike. It comes back into the zone, and Josh Tate is sent back to the dugout in disbelief.
Yeah, it was a front door slider that seemed to have Josh Tate on his front foot, just froze him enough as that one came back over the plate and apparently just caught the inside corner.
Now Blake Cavill goes through. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, though. Check on the appeal down to Jeffrey Kenny, who says Cavill went around. He's behind 0-1. He struck out swinging in his past two at-bats. 0-1, 92-mile-an-hour fastball misses outside 1-1. And Taylor C. on the verge of trying to go 6 innings against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. 1-1. Cavill reaches down into the zone and sends foul by the concession stand here in Cotuit. Blake Cavill behind 1-2 with Cannon Peebles at second. The 1-2 pitch is a broken bat, and coming off the mound and underhanding to throw it is C. to Thatch. Harbor Hawks can't bring in Peebles, who started the 6 with the walk. He's left stranded at second, and it's 2-0 Hyannis through 5.5. And with that, we say good evening once more to Matt Coates.
Thank you, Jacob. I'm a little distraught now that Blake Cavill just broke the Aussie Drop Bears bat, but I will compose myself to give you guys this report. But, man, that one stung a bit. Look, I wish I could say this was a daily thing, guys, but I have to shout out myself and Mike Maynard because on the parking lot preview, the two of us made some pretty stellar player of the game selection so far. First, for our writing coordinator, Mike Maynard, he picked Dalton Bargo to be player of the game. And as we know, Dalton Bargo with a solo shot so far in this matchup. And yours truly, guys, I picked the Kane Ketley, responsible for the other home run for the Harbor Hawks. So Mike and I picked the two guys for the 2 RBIs so far. Let's cross our fingers those two guys continue to swing hot bats and play solid defensively to help these Harbor Hawks secure a crucial win. Mike and I, with similar thought processes, said this is going to be a tough game. And in a tough game, you need your stars to shine bright. Mike picking the national champion, and myself picking Kane Kepley, who's been here and produced since day one. So thank you to those guys for making us look smart. And hopefully they continue to do well, guys.
You can catch Mike, Matt, and sometimes a special guest right in the parking lot of McKeon Park every game. Around 30 minutes before parking lot preview goes up, it's the great pregame show that everyone didn't know they needed, but need to get them set for a big game coming. And look at that. They're on that show for a reason.
And absolutely, and you got to check it out because it just gives you a great look at what's to come for the ball game. You know, sometimes, you know, it's a team that you as the viewer may not be familiar with, so you get a chance to kind of get a background knowledge of the team that we're facing as well as the guys on the mound. It's always a great show, and wow, hit it on the nail. You had the two guys with the solo shot. But another guy who's in for the running who hasn't scored yet is Michael Tatalo. 3 hard-hit bases, 3 for 3.
A lot of game left to be played here at Lowell Park as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Carbone to take on Tanner Thatch in the top of the Cotuit Ketleers lineup as it's an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Thatch takes for strike. A 1 kick. Delivers a pitch that Tanner Thatch, the UNC Wilmington product, can't hold off on. He's behind 0-2. Carbone comes set, kicks, and it's a spiker in the righty's batter's box. at 80 miles an hour, 1-2. For Tanner Thatch, coming out of high school, had one Division I offer. It was to UNC Wilmington. Committed there and has been a product in the CAA that will most likely hear his name called in the 2025 MLB draft. Second pitch he sees is fouled away into the bat boy cage. Carbone comes set, kicks, and deals an 80-mile-an-hour slider. That Carbone is able to pick up his second strikeout of the day with.
And when Carbone keeps those pitches down in the zone and gets ahead in the count and then able to throw them down as a chase pitch and a strikeout pitch, he has so much success. He has so much more bite on everything when it's down the zone. A sinker slider guy, throws a changeup as well, but that slider having so much late break, Tanner Thatch couldn't keep the bat on the shoulders.
Charles Davalon, the center fielder, has a hard grounder that Mason White goes off his chest, recollects himself to fire to Dalton Borgo for the second out.
It was another hard hit ball, but White able to just stay down on it, let it hop up into his chest. That's what they always say, the alligator. Keep your body in front of it. Making a lot of Little League coaches proud there was Mason White.
I know my dad's listening. He'll be happy you said that. He was my Little League coach, and I did not ever put my body in front of it. I was always going to the left or the right. 0-0 pitch to Brandon Compton is low, 4-ball. I was dipping and diving out of the way. I am not a fan.
Ole.
Yeah, no. There's a reason why I am here, and they are there. As the 1-0 pitch from Carbone misses in the dirt inside to Brandon Compton. 2-0.
You do have the iron special.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have the iron special.
The knuckle sinker.
I don't know where you've been throwing the sinker, and it's been the knuckleball for the most part, but you have a sinker call that you've been calling that pitch lately.
The 2-0 is called for a strike on the outer part of the plate at 89 from Carbone. Hey, we just got, there's some talk. Harbor Hawks might be down a couple of arms. I've got 4 years of eligibility left. As the 2-1 from Carbone, Compton rips into right field, reaching out to try and make the grab and off of the glove of Kane Kepley. Kepley went laying out for it, had it in his glove, and when he made contact with the ground, it bounced free. Eddie Pelk doing a good job to get over to provide backup. And now Compton is at bay at first with the second hit of the day for the Ketleers. Great job by Pelk to run on. And now a stoppage here as Cannon Peebles tosses his batting gloves back into the Harbor Hawks dugout.
And guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm still grieving the loss of Steve Irwin, the bat that Blake Cavill's been using. So we get a pinch hitter now, Nathan Hall. Coming up for Cotuit.
It'll be Nathan Hall. We'll see if it's a straight switch for Easton Winfield. A right fielder who struck out swinging and looking today. The runner on with 2 away. Mike Roberts looking to spark something in his offense. 0-0 pitch. Spikes in the dirt. Peebles able to block it. Kane Kepley is on the verge there of making a fabulous play. Just couldn't have it stay in his glove for the third out. A 1-0 is turned on and sent foul at the 90-mile-an-hour pitch. 1-1. Hall has the 1-1. Carbone looks over and deals one's pitch that stays high at 82, 2-1. Dominic Carbone looking to get out of this bottom of the 6. Keeping Hyannis in front 2-0. The 2-1 pitch. is a liner that will drop in front of Tate in left field. It's back-to-back two-out singles for the Cotuit Ketleers to bring up Matt Klein.
And it's going to be another broken bat. That one hit right off the end of the bat, splintered. There on the swing, just falling to the feet of Josh Tate. Going to have to get a new piece of lumber is Easton Winfield.
And now, Matt Klein, who had a single back in the fifth, looks to try, find a hit, and bring Compton across for the Cotuit Ketleers' first run. First pitch from Carbone is a breaking ball at 82 that Klein is fooled on. 0-1. Dominic Carbone has come in and has worked with traffic. He's tried to get out of it each time. 0-1. Stays low and inside, 1-1. Dominic Carbone picking up the nickname DJ Carbone from the Harbor Hawks bullpen and players. 1-1 is an 81-mile-an-hour slider. At Carbone is ahead, 1-2 on. Big pitch here to come from the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer. Carbone comes set and delivers. It's a strikeout, swinging and missing. Matt Klein is sent back to the dugout via the K. Dominic Carbone bears down once more. It's Hyannis leading 2-0 as we send it into the back third of the ball game. The Battle of Barnstable and the battle for first place is living up to the hype right here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Dominic Carbone bared down to pick up a big strikeout to end the sixth. So happy that you are able to find us on this gorgeous Thursday evening on Middle Cape alongside Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons. Josie Broyles and Matt Coates are down patrolling the sidelines and dugouts for us. It's 2-0, Hyannis in advantage, but you know that with the Cotuit Ketleers lineup, you want to be more than a swing away.
Yeah, absolutely. What you want, because right now you're blooping and blasting away, and we've already seen a couple of. I mean, you remember it was Brandon Compton who had that long foul ball that was a that would have been a home run if fair, absolutely ripped off the bat. But that one going foul. So again, you want to give yourself some insurance because you know Cotuit Ketleers are in the first currently for a reason. Their bats can get hot, and it's only a 2-run ball game.
And it will bring on a new arm after Taylor C. went for 6 innings. It's Brock Pear, the former Salem State Viking that's transferring to Central Connecticut State University.
Yeah, and Salem State not at all known for its baseball, but he pitched very, very well. 2.55 ERA and 60 innings pitched this past season, looking to keep these Hyannis bats quiet.
First pitch is a 74-mile-an-hour spiker a good 3 feet in front of the plate to Eric Snow. Hyannis has 1, 2, and 3 due up in Snow, Kepley, and Ditalo. Pear deals the 1-0, a 79-mile-an-hour pitch, going back to it, 1-1.
And Pear, in his bio for Salem State, he's got an interesting favorite athlete. Wouldn't expect it. Skateboarder Nyjah Houston.
1-1 is a tapper that goes foul 1 and 2. Just picked up the bronze medal in skateboarding for the Olympics in Team USA. Now Eric Snow behind 1-2. Pear deals a slow leg kick and reaches for the 89-mile-an-hour fastball. That stays upstairs, 2-2. Pear once again works the slow leg kick and deals the 80-mile-an-hour pitch that stays upstairs, 3-2.
Yeah, that one didn't pull down on that curveball, releasing from the top there. Looks like he slipped a little bit. That's why the curveball flipped from under him. He's really good at pulling down hard on it. We've seen 2 good curveball from him already.
Payoff pitch that Snow grounds over to Naraki at third base, spiking it in the dirt and getting away from Thatch. And now Eric Snow goes in standing to second base. And Eric Snow, the byproduct of put it in play and see what happens. Naraki had all the time in the world, loaded up a throw that was low off his hand, spiked before Thatch and went into the fencing down the right field wall. And now Hyannis with a runner in scoring position to lead off this 7th inning.
And that's what we call a freebie right there. It was a ground ball out. Pear was looking to go to Kepley with 1 out, but the ball just gets fired into the dirt. Thatch not able to scoop it out, and now you've got a runner in scoring position for the man, Caden Kepley.
0-0 pitch. Kane Kepley shows bunt, pulls back. It's an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. That's away from the plate, 1-0. And now Pear down to the Craig Kimbrell stance with the arm hanging off to his right side. Righty on lefty matchup with Snow dancing at second. The 1-0 stays upstairs at 86, 2-0.
And Ken Kepley tried to show drag bunt there first pitch. Brought Naraki in and didn't show bunt on the 1-0. Naraki playing just behind, just about even over there at third base.
2-0 pitch from Pear. It's taken for a strike. 80-mile-an-hour pitch. It's called for a strike on Kepley, 2-1. Had a homer back in the 5th. Get the Harbor Hawks their second run. Kepley sends one deep into left center field gap, ranging back all the way into the hole is Davalon, making the grab a foot away from the wall. Making the move from second to third is Snow, tagging up. Kane Kepley sends it deep enough to put the Harbor Hawks 90 feet away from getting their third run.
And Kane Kepley has shown off the power here today. In his second at bat, flew out to right center field. That one a step away from the wall. Then added the solo shot back in the 5th, and that one using the opposite field into the left center gap, and it was Davalon ranging towards it right in front of the fence, making the play.
Now Ditalo looks at breaking ball going from north to south. 76 stay upstairs for a called ball. Ditalo 3 for 3 with 3 singles. A 1-0 as Ditalo holds off on an 81-mile-an-hour pitch that goes towards the lefty's batter's box. 2-0. Mike Roberts and the Cotuit Ketleers will bring the infield to touch the grass. 2-0 pitch from Pear. Ditalo rips on a hard liner to Naraki in the infield grass. Spikes it again, and it gets away from Thatch. Coming in to score will be Eric Snow. Moving to second is Michael Ditalo. He can't be denied first, and for the first time today, finds himself at second base.
And the Hyannis faithful letting Nolan Naraki hear it over there at third. It looked like Pear was about to get his second out. Instead, it turns into an unearned run. Michael Ditalo in scoring position. And Naraki, 2 straight balls that he had plenty of time to throw over to first base and just completely spiked it.
Now 2 errors in this half inning alone for Nolan Naraki. It's the pitch upstairs on Eddie Pelk, 1-0.
And that's just looks like to be the yips. You know, when you have too much time on your hands, you almost get too much in your mind. Both of those spiked into the ground. Again, hit hard right to him. He had plenty of time and just spiked both.
The 1-0 is called for a strike. Bottom part of the zone to Eddie Pelk. 1-1. Had 2 walks to begin his day. Flew out to Davalon in the 5th. 1-1 pitch. Eddie Pelk looks at a strike at 89 on the fastball. Off the plate to the lefty. They're trying to find a second out. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Pelk was out in front of the 81-mile-an-hour pitch for the second out.
A nice job by Pear, you know, using his stuff well, not leaving anything over the middle of the plate. And he fools Eddie Pelk, who is a very difficult guy to strike out.
Now Mason White with the Talos standing at second. Has a ball go above his helmet at 79.
For Pear, he's got a hard breaking slider around 81 miles per hour, and he's got a true 12-6er. That's a little slower at 78, 79.
1-0 as Mason White went stepping into the bucket looking for a big swing there. It's a pitch that stays away, 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches for Pear that he hasn't been able to get the curveball down the zone like he wanted.
2-0. Mason White gets under. Klein loses the mask. Will go towards the Hyannis Harbor Hawks dugout. And ball that will drop beyond the grandstands down first base line. 2-1. Mason White looking to continue this top of the 7th. 2-1 pitch. White looks upstairs at the fastball and can't find its way back into the zone. Achilles heel for Mason White to start the game. He's able to hold off on. Now the 3-1. Pear kicks. The 79-mile-an-hour pitch that misses off the plate. And it's the 19th walk of Mason White's summer to move himself to first base for Cannon Peebles.
Big spot for Peebles here, up by 3 runs right now, but can really sink the ship of Cotuit with one swing of the bat.
Peebles asking for time to adjust his batting gloves, and he's trying to work some 2-out magic and find another run with Tatalo standing at second, White at first. Pear deals the 0-0 pitch to Cannon Peebles that is lined into the Harbor Hawks dugout. Has made a fabulous play on. No idea who it is.
Yeah, I think it's Tanner Cunha, making the play right. Still got the baseball in his left hand, showing it off there a little bit. Wonderful play at the step of the fence there in the dugout.
0-1 pitch from the leg kick of Pear. Misses outside 1-1 at 89 miles an hour. Tanner Cunha, the former Michigan State arm, who has coached the Northwoods League last summer for the Mankato Moondogs, comes into the Cape Cod Baseball League, does the visits on the mound with Ray Korn, the pitching coach, in the bullpen for Hyannis. The 1-1 pitch from Pear. Peebles wanted at 78. Sends it into the netting above the fencing behind home plate towards third base. 1-2.
Put a good swing on it, too. That slider back door. Stayed back on it, kept his weight back, took a big swing, trying to send that left center gap. Just got a little under and fouled it straight back.
The delivery plate word is upstairs by the eyes of Peebles. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on DeTalo at second. Mason White at first. Cannon Peebles stands in the plate to see the pitch from Brock Pear. The 2-2. Peebles fouls away to keep the at-bat alive. Cannon Peebles, the catcher for Hyannis, has put in work in the cages, getting himself in a position to meet the moment. Started the summer with Hyannis in number 15. Was hitting the ball extremely well. It just wasn't falling. Heading exit velos north of 100. Decides with Anthony Silva leaving to grab number 2, and since then has found a couple to drop and looking for one to drop here with the 2-2 pitch coming as Peebles gets under it. It's into foul territory. Hall ranges over to the wall and can't make the grab as it falls beyond the waist chain link fence down in right field.
And Peebles working a really nice at-bat right now against Brock Pear, who has worked incredibly hard in this inning, has not had a lot of help from the defense behind him, but will be making his 29th pitch here.
The 2-2, Cannon Peebles sends foul again, this time beyond the left field foul line.
Still 2-2 count here. This will be the 8th pitch that Peebles sees this at bat. And Brock Pear throwing a lot of strikes, filling it up, working corners too, and leaving nothing middle for anything for Peebles to handle. Peebles just spoiling a couple of good pitches here, keeping his at bat going.
The 2-2 pitch, Cannon Peebles chops foul down the first base line. Cannon Peebles now will see the 9th pitch of the at bat. He has been working hard against Brock Pear. Hyannis has been able to get one across off the throwing error of Nolan Araki to bring in Snow. Now with the 2-2 in 9th pitch. Brock Pear looks in from the signs from Klein. Comes set to the rubber. Reaches home on the 2-2. Peebles out in front of the 76-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Now the 10th pitch of the at-bat to come. And Klein wants to have a conversation to give his arm a break.
Well, at this point, if you're Pear, you're probably just wondering, what do I do? How do I get this guy to actually whiff on one? He's shown him the full arsenal here. He's on his 32nd pitch of the inning.
Now after the brief meeting between Klein and Peebles. Pear comes set, kicks home, the 2-2, spikes in the dirt and gets behind Klein. DeTalo along with Mason White move 90 feet. DeTalo moves to third. Mason White moves to second.
And honestly, maybe what Klein was saying to him was, you don't have to throw a strike here. You still have one to spare and a 2-2 count. But now the count is full.
Full count for the 11th pitch of the at-bat to come to Cannon Peebles. And after all of that, Cannon Peebles earns a hard-fought walk. Saw 11 pitches and worked his way from an 0-2 to a 4 balls to be able to get the walk.
Such a good at-bat there from Cannon Peebles, and they always tell you the longer the at-bat goes, the more it favors the hitter. The hitter seeing the pitch arsenal and seeing it constantly, and that one, Cannon Peebles seeing breaking ball multiple times. That slider just missing inside, but Peebles read it all the way.
Dalton Bargo sends one deep to right field. Hall is back, motioning under it towards the right field wall and makes the grab. Dalton Bargo was in look of his second homer of the day with bases loaded. Hyannis leaves them all on the pond. But Hyannis gets one more across. They lead 3-0, and it's stretch time here at Lowell Park. And a tight battle for first place in the West between Cotuit and Hyannis.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Hyannis Harbor Hawks bring in a new arm. It's the all-star Casey Hintz.
All-star Casey Hintz makes his way to the mound. Pitcher from Arizona. Again, a guy who's had a lot of appearances for the Harbor Hawks, 9 appearances, 19 innings. So efficient for them. One of their better arms to come out of the bullpen. Has an ERA of 3.79, 25 strikeouts, only 5 walks. I mean, that's incredibly efficient from the right-handed sidearm, and he comes in here in a close ball game. Harbor Hawks do get him an extra insurance run to work with, now a 3-0 ball game, and he'll come in to face these Cotuit Ketleers, allow them to keep a bunch of zeros on the board.
Looking to try and keep a bunch of zeros on the board, but it's a great time to fill you in on what's going on around the Cape Cod Baseball League. 4-3, the Orleans Firebirds lead in the top of the ninth over the Brewster Whitecaps. In the bottom of the second, it's the Bourne Braves taking care of business 4-0 over the Falmouth Commodores. And just getting going at White House Field is a 0-0 ball game in the top of the first between YD and Harwich. And a game that hasn't even seen a pitch thrown yet is Wareham and Chatham at Veterans Field. That ball game is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Devin Taylor, Jared Advincula, and Nolan Naraki stand in to take on Casey Hintz, the sidearm righty, who deals an 88-mile-an-hour pitch for a strike on the Indiana Hoosier, who has 2 walks to his day.
A little bit of a different look when you look at the scores around the league. All those games just getting started with a 4:30 start time here.
Grounder that Taylor sends foul, 0-2. It was Orleans and Brewster starting at 4 o'clock today to make sure that game got in. Right now it looks like, as it stands, minus comeback, it's Orleans holding on to a 1-run lead in the top of the ninth there with bases loaded and nobody away. The 0-2 pitch from Casey Hintz. This is just off the plate. Can't find the zone at 84, 1-2. Devin Taylor has been a Harbor Hawk killer. Has played so well against Hyannis. The 1-2 is sent foul into the parking lot to continue this AB. For Taylor, the last time these two teams met, he went 1 for 3 with a home run to bring in 2 runs. And if you go back all the way to the first meeting between the two squads, it's the 1-2 set to come. That he lines over to Snow, and it's out of his reach by the shortstop. Eddie Pelk is quickly there. And Devin Taylor can't be denied against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. He starts the bottom of the 7th off with a single.
Such a good pitch there. 89-mile-per-hour sinker off the zone, low and away. That's where Casey Hintz wanted, but even better swing from the left-hander Devin Taylor, using his hands, hard line drive to the glove side of the shortstop Eric Snow. Eric Snow just 93-mile-per-hour off the bat, not enough time to range over and make it play.
Devin Taylor, 1 of 2 stealing bags this year, so.
First pitch gets away and inside, backing up Advincula on a wild pitch from Hintz. And now moving to second is Taylor. He's in scoring position. with nobody away here in the bottom half of the 7th.
As the ball was going by, I think it must have hit the glove, but for a second I thought Avincula didn't get the bat out of the way and it was foul tipped, but I guess it was just the glove.
Casey Hintz stares in. The 1-0 is sent over to Dalton Barger. He'll step on third himself for the first out. Moving to third is Taylor on the fielder's choice. Now Nolan Naraki will not step into the batter's box, but rather Tyler Cerny will pinch hit for Nolan Naraki after making 2 fielding errors in the last half inning to allow Hyannis to pick up their third run of the ball game. It's Tyler Cerny now. First pitch he sees from Hintz is inside on the righty-on-righty matchup, 1-0.
That's a harsh pull from Mike Roberts after your guy makes 2 errors. I get you're trying to win, but
1-0 is held off. They'll check on the appeal. They'll say Tyler Cerny did not go around.
I don't know if that's the best way to help a guy's confidence out, to pinch hit him for a guy that's hitting 198.
Now the 2-0 is a 79-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Hintz able to get by Cerny. It's 2-1.
Little mind games from the catcher Peebles. He swiped the glove in the dirt inside, so that may think for Tyler Cerny that that ball can come inside.
2-1. Swing and a miss once more. 2-2. Goes back to the 78-mile-an-hour pitch.
Yeah, swipe the glove. Doing it again. Let him think that you're coming inside, and you break a slider low and away. Let's see if he goes back to it here.
2-2 is outside. Tries to go back to the slider at 79. It's now a full count.
Yeah, Peebles swiping the glove right to the inside part of the right-hander Tyler Cerny, and then flip the slider low and away.
Payoff pitch. Cerny lofts high and will go out of play. And will drop just beyond our pop-up tag.
We almost got our wish.
Talking about in the first inning, if a ball was to hit our canopy above our heads, would it go through? There is a rip already in it. I think it would if it was hard enough. But now, Cerny able to fight that pitch off. Has a full count. Casey Hintz shakes off the first pitch he sees. Agrees to the second. Payoff pitch from the sidearm is a fastball at 90. That is snuck by Tyler Cerny for the second out. And Devin Taylor still stands at third.
Well, it's a good thing they pinch hit for Naraki, because that pinch hitter really helped their case. But we know Mike Roberts old school, pulling the guy after the 2 errors. Don't think it worked out this time.
Now Timo Becerra, the shortstop, takes on Hintz. First pitch in his at-bat. Misses just off the plate into the lefty's batter's box on the righty-on-righty matchup between Becerra and Hintz.
With a runner on third and less than 2 outs there before, there's not many people you want other than Casey Hintz, a big strikeout pitcher.
Slider that's inside. 2-0.
Casey Hintz, a big strikeout pitcher, and you see it right there. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All the hitter's trying to do is just put it in play, get a run across, but Casey Hintz get another big-time strikeout there.
2-0 pitch. Clips the black for a called strike at 87 on Becerra. 2-1. Cotuit lurking with Taylor at third right now. Hyannis leads 3-0. The 2-1 is a check swing, slow roller to Natalo. He gloves it on the infield grass, throws to Dalton Bargo, and once more after Devin Taylor led the bottom of the 7th off with a single. He's left stranded 90 feet from home. It's a 3-0 lead for Hyannis. We go to the 8th inning here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
New arm back out to the mound. It's Dylan Hyannis. The arm to come in relief of Brock Pear.
Yeah, senior right-hander wearing number 43. On his way to be at Boston College, just transferred there for the first time. Going to play there this next spring. So far, short sample size from him. Have seen 5 appearances from. This will be his 6th, all coming out of the bullpen. Only 4 innings of work. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, has an ERA of 13.5. So far, struggling to give up a couple runs here early, but looks like he can put up a couple of zeros here on the backhand and find a way to get his team, the Cotuit Ketleers, back into this one.
Trying to get him back in for Hyannis, trying to extend the lead. You know, 3 runs is still very much within reach for this potent Cotuit Ketleers lineup. He'll face off against Josh Tate, Blake Cavell, and Eric Snow, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in this 8th inning. Alongside Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp, I'm Jacob Iron. So happy to have you with us here this evening for a battle for first place. Now Josh Tate had a single in the second. Struck out swinging and looking the past 2 plate appearances, but this time goes against Hyannis, the submarine arm at 78.
And with Cerny pinch hitting for Naraki, he will come in and go to shortstop. Timo Becerra moves from short to third base.
Submarine throw once more that stays low. 2-0, 79. The setting sun is firmly behind the pine trees just beyond the third base line. 2-0 is spiked in the dirt at 78. Now 3-0.
You got a wonderful campfire smell wafting over towards us. Just a very nice atmosphere here at Lowell Park.
The 3-0, 78-mile-an-hour pitch that climbs its way into the zone from the submarine delivery. 3-1.
I'd still put Chatham above here, though. Veterans Field, better place to watch a game.
3-1. It's a pitch upstairs, and Josh Tate earns himself a walk here in the 8th. I think there's just something to be said for Veterans Field as Mike Roberts is out.
Surprise, surprise.
To have a conversation with Dylan Hyannis.
Once again,
holding off the infield.
Yeah, once again, holding off the infield, just giving the push back. Just wants it to be a 3-person meeting between Klein, himself, and Hyannis on the mound.
For Cotuit right now, just trying to get themselves back into the dugout, not allowing a run to come across.
And I think I will agree. I think I will say overall, Veterans Field. Very good atmosphere, I will say, though. Here at Lowell Park, much better view.
True.
Yes.
You are obstructed a little bit down the line of right field, but, I mean, at Veterans Field, you can't see left field almost at all, at least for me and Josh last night. And still able to get the job done, but here you get a perfect opportunity to see the pitch sequences, pitch arsenal, and you really get to see the movement, first-hand look right behind home plate.
And both of these 2 ballparks, nothing is ever out of place. It feels like Disney World in that sense between the 2. Blake Cavell, after the meeting and the walk to Josh Tate, takes on Hyannis. It's a pitch outside at 79, 1-0.
And so far for the knuckle scraper, Hyannis, he's missing low, trying to get that sinker going for him. So far, missing all down in the zone.
The 1-0. comes in to the zone for strike 1-1.
Cavill now in his first at-bat without Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, the greenback he sported during his hot streak. It's the 1-1. Is sent back into the netting, 1-2. Coined it Steve Irwin as he got it, playing for the Aussie Drop Bears, a team that played against the Savannah Bananas. Now Blake Cavill trying to continue on the hot streak without Steve Irwin in his hands. The 1-2 is down in the dirt. Josh Tate goes to steal second, and it's a ball that tricks away from Cerny. Moving to third is Tate. And now a runner with nobody away stands 90 feet away in Josh Tate.
And now if you're Blake Cavill, your whole approach changes. We're on first, you got to get a base hit. You got to try to have a good, solid swing. Now, infield going to stay back for the Ketleers. Just get handsy and try to find a way to get it to the middle part of the infield or behind, and you'll score that run.
2-2. 79-mile-an-hour pitch that rides all the way up into the zone. 3-2.
Yeah, it's that rising fastball that just got away from him. Coming from down low, again, a knuckle scraper. You have the ability to have a rise fastball.
3-2, 78-mile-an-hour pitch that Blake Cavill is sent back to the dugout with a strikeout for the first out here in the top of the eighth. But Eric Snow with Josh Tate standing at third just needs to elevate the ball to open up the sacrifice.
And now with one out, infield's going to come in. It's so hard to get on top of a baseball line and hit a line drive when the ball is rising up towards you.
Pitch upstairs and outside on Eric Snow. Snow was able to reach on the error in the seventh, came around to score. Now the 1-0. 78 stays low. 2-0, and it feels like whenever Hyannis takes on Cotuit, they find themselves squaring off against the submarine thrower. From last summer and early into this summer, it was Cam Schulke, the Mississippi State arm, and now Hyannis, the submarine guy, coming in to take on Hyannis once more. Snow rips one foul down the right field line and out of play. 2-1 with Cotuit bringing in their infield now to play on the grass.
Certainly very different facing Schulke than Hyannis. Schulke had multiple different arm slots.
2-1, rising fastball. 3-1.
And he mixed his pitches so well in each of those arm slots, and that's what made him so difficult to hit. From what we've seen, Hyannis, just that one arm slot. So we'll see if Hyannis can get this run across.
3-1, clips the outer edge of the zone for a strike to load the count full here to Eric Snow. The top of the eighth, 3-0 Hyannis leads. Payoff pitch to Snow. He turns on one that sends it foul by one of our fabulous videographers, Hagen. And now Eric Snow looking to try loop one into the outfield to score Tate. Payoff pitch is fouled behind us and into the trees. And again, another lengthy at-bat worked by this Hyannis Harbor Hawks lineup.
Yeah, it's so tough to square up a ball again. Once again, having so much movement, working upwards. You're used to seeing downward tilt to the pitches, but this one going a little bit of upward movement to be able to stay down it and line drive and backspin. It's very difficult.
Payoff pitch that Eric Snow is able to just get his hands on. Crashing in to the infield is Cerny and throws over to Thatch at first for the second out.
Great job to be able to bear down there from Dylan Hyannis. You know, his fastball not overbearing, 79 miles per hour, but everything's staying down the zone. If you leave one flat, that ball is going to be like BP, but he's done a great job working up and down, nothing in the middle.
Bunt shown by Kane Kepley. Right back over to Hyannis. Safe and coming to run home is Josh Tate. A bunt shown by Kane Kepley. He went running down the first base line. And once he was called safe, you saw Josh Tate make a spring off the bag at third to come home and came home sliding. And it's now 4-0 Hyannis.
And manager Mitch Carricker fired up down the third base line. What a gutsy call. 2 outs, runner on third base, and Kepley just puts down a beautiful bunt, hustles it out, and Josh Tate uses his speed on the other end to score.
Kane Kepley has a fabulous jump. He is in safely into second base as Michael Italo looked out of ball. And Mitch Carricker told us preseason, I'm going to be one of the more aggressive coaches in the Cape Cod Baseball League. He has shown it time and time again, and right there with the bunt with 2 outs and having Kane Kepley put it down, get the bunt, and send Josh Tate home for the 4th run as an aggressive call as they come. The second pitch to Ditalo is in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. A 1-1 pitch from Hyannis to Ditalo is low, 2-1 at 79 miles an hour.
And if you love small ball, this has probably been your favorite 2 minutes of baseball you've ever seen. You have a bunt, and then you show the speed of Kane Kepley, the speed of Josh Tate, and then Kane Kepley stealing second base. And there he goes again.
Kane Kepley tried to get going to third. Michael Italo fouls off the pitch. 2-2.
Kepley going with 2 outs there, too. Normally you don't like to make that third out at third base, but felt like he had timed up Hyannis enough to take off.
Michael Italo has not been denied first base yet today. 3 singles and reached on an error. The 2-2, Ditalo sends right back into the fencing to continue his at-bat. Hyannis leads 4-0 here at Lowell Park in a battle for first place. Whoever wins this contest walks away leading the West. The 2-2 is low in the zone, and Ditalo takes it for a strike. He's sent back to the dugout with a strikeout. But it's an aggressive call from Mitch Carricker on the bunt by Kane Kepley to bring in Josh Tate. It's 4-0. Hyannis going to the bottom of the 8th inning when we return. Welcome you back here to Lowell Park. It's 4-0 Hyannis, and me not doing my job of getting it over to our sideline reporter, Josie Broyles, finally gets it over to her. Josie, how are you?
I'm good. You know what, Jake? I forgive you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate all the time that I can get on the broadcast. But I was able to talk to our designated hitter, Blake Cavell, tonight, who came back a couple weeks ago from his time with the Drop Bears, played against the Savannah Bananas, which he just goes on and on about how much of a great opportunity that is for him and kind of getting that double life almost, where he goes and plays for one team with a whole different group of guys from a bunch of different places, and then comes to the Cape playing against and with the group of guys. Is a really cool opportunity for him. And I'm all about the host family stories tonight, so I have another one to give to the broadcast. But he went to Brazilian Grill. His host mom took him just one-on-one today, and he kind of talked about just trying a bunch of different meats and poultries. They just kind of brought it out to him on the table, so I think that was kind of a fun little pre-game lunch for him, some time that he got. And he's also really enjoyed his time with his host mom, Julianne, who I think has just been nothing but kind to him. And it's just really great to see, and I talk about it all the time, but I think the stories are just always so great to hear. So back to you guys, more from this awesome game that's going on, and let's hear what you guys have to say.
Thank you so much. Josie Broyles. Casey Hint steals his first pitch to Tanner Thatch.
And Josie is very forgiving.
She is.
For missing an inning. Our other sideline reporter, Matt Coates, not as forgiving as Josie is. So, Josie, really appreciate you being very forgiving of Jacob Irons. Matt Coates not so sympathetic.
0-1 misses in the dirt, 1-1 to Tanner Thatch. And sadly, it's one of those spots when they get behind you, you have no idea sometimes, especially in the heat of moment of the last half inning, the 1-1. It's clobbered to Snow on a slow roller that Tatalo picks up, manging over to the shortstop position to make the throw in time for the out. Looked like it was going to be a routine grounder to Eric Snow that Michael Tatalo had the line on coming from the third base bag. And now it's one away here in the bottom of the 8th.
What a fantastic play by Michael Tatalo, ranging all the way to his left, the typical shortstop position. And, they say the third baseman, it's their ball if they can get to it going to their left just because it's an easier play to make. And Tatalo went a long way.
0-0 pitch is called for a strike on Charles Davalon, who's 0 for 2 with a walk that he had in the 4th. 0-1 from Hintz is called for a strike. And Casey Hintz is ahead 0-2. So swing and a miss, and Casey Hintz works a good morning, good afternoon, and good night at bat to Charles Davalon as he's sent back with the strikeout.
It's a great sinker outside and away. Davalon trying to use his hands, extend it, poke it out there, just foul tipping. A great job from Peebles to squeeze it and get the tip, strike 3. And this is the pitcher out of the bullpen the Harbor Hawks are going to want. Casey Hintz coming on the mound to come and shut down the door, and a huge ball game for the Harbor Hawks.
Brandon Compton looks at a pitch inside from the sidearm slinging. Casey Hintz at 85, 1-0, and Compton had a single in the 6th. Pitch that misses off the plate, 2-0, and for Casey Hintz came in for one pitch in the All-Star game, and it was an out. And because of it, was able to pick up the win with Kane Kepley earning the walk-off for the West. A little under a week ago, 84-mile-an-hour pitch juts into the zone for a called strike on Brandon Compton. 2-1. Stays low. 3-1. Casey Hintz looking to try work a 1-2-3 inning, but doesn't have the count in his favor here. The 3-1 pitch is grounded over to Mason White, who casually fields it and sends it to Borgo at first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Casey Hintz. We go to the 9th inning. Hyannis up 4-0 over the Cotuit Ketleers. We'll be back here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Into the 9th inning we go. Hyannis leads Cotuit 4-0 in a battle of Barnstable that garners extra significance. Whoever walks away has first place for the time being. Both Cotuit and Hyannis tied at 43 points. They both know they will be playing on August 6th. The question is who and where. This game in front of us right now dictating that for the time being, with a weekend left to be played in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Eddie Pelk, Mason White, and Cannon Peebles will find themselves due up here in the 9th. Now Eddie Pelk now Hyannis back out for the second inning of work. 0-0. Pelk takes for a strike at 78, 0-1. And for Hyannis, trying to get in and get out of this half inning.
Well, I figured out that campfire smell, guys. There is actually a campfire right behind us.
0-1. Eddie Pelk sends to the left field corner, ranging over to the foul pole, making the grab 3 feet short of the wall is Compton for the first out.
So what an unbelievable scouting report right there. As you look at Brandon Compton, that ball was hit on the foul line. I mean, that was going to be a fair or foul question. And on the left-handed hitters, that left fielder and Brandon Compton standing, again, we talked about it a little earlier, right on the line. I mean, he made that play look routine, and that ball is on the left field foul line.
Pitch is called for a strike on Mason White at 78, 0-1.
There's actually a campfire right behind us. I can't get over that. That's pretty cool. They have kids making s'mores right now here on Youth Night.
Pitch misses outside 1-1. However, with the left fielder Compton playing towards the foul line as White grounds one over to Thatch at first. He steps on the bag himself for the second out. It opens up a humongous left center field gap. It's about a farmer acre wide.
Humongous with a capital H.
Humongous with a capital H right there. Now Cannon Peebles steps in, fakes Hyannis, takes a ball inside, 1-0. Josh, why haven't you ran over to go make a s'more yourself at this point?
Like D-Bot just said behind me, because I'm a professional.
May not see him for the bottom of the 9th, but
that's where Chase Avery's been all game.
The 1-0 finds the zone for a strike, 1-1. Pitch down low, 2, 3-1.
Come on, be a professional, Jacob Irons.
I'm trying, 2-1, excuse me.
Breaking ball down the zone to Cannon Peebles. Able to take it. He wanted it. That ball looked good for the majority and then falling off the table. Great pitch recognition from Peebles once again.
Hyannis steals a pitch that is skied foul. 2-2. For Peebles trying to get another run. It can be beyond a one-swing ball game as Hyannis leads 4-0. It would be a huge advantage for them. 2-2 is struck out looking. A pitch high in the zone, and Cannon Peebles can't. Cannon Peebles can't believe it, and Timothy Carey goes over to the Harbor Hawks dugout after the conversation, urging them not to say another word, questioning the pitch there on that zone. But we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-0 Hyannis trying to hold on to the lead when we come back.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
It's Ock time here at Lowell Park. Josh Ock, the closer for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks over these last couple of weeks, stands in, trying to preserve a 4-0 lead Hyannis has over the Cotuit Ketleers, Nico.
With 3 outs to go, it is Ock time here at Lowell Park. Fastball slider change from the closer, 3 for 3 in save opportunities so far in 7 2/3 inning of work this summer. Has an ERA of 0. Again, 3 saves and has a 1-0 record win-loss so far this summer in 6 appearances.
And comes in, taking on Nathan Hall, Matt Klein, and Devin Taylor, the heart of the Cotuit Ketleers lineup. This is a lineup that can respond for 4 runs pretty easily. But for Hyannis, looking to try and stifle them here.
Yeah, Nathan Hall to lead things off, been very strong this season. The team's leader in stolen bases with just 6, but also hitting for a .323 average, and came into the game as a pinch hitter earlier, immediately got a base hit.
Got a base hit, and now tries to have a base hit here. In a big spot. It's the bottom of the 9th. Hyannis and Cotuit. The Battle of Barnstable. You don't normally need more than that, but here tonight, a battle for first place.
And not only that, Hyannis has not won a regular season game in this building since 2019. It's been 5 years, and they're trying to make that happen for the first time in way too long.
Josh Ock deals a pitch at 77 miles that gets away from Cannon Peebles. 1-0.
Yeah, first pitch is a breaking ball, just pulled hard on the glove side, missing out in the way. Again, Nathan Hall came in, pinch hit in the bottom of the 6th, faced Carbone.
1-0 is inside. 2-0 at 75 miles an hour. Brushing Hall away from the plate.
May have overcorrected there, and that one missing far arm side from the closer, Josh Ock.
2-0 misses upstairs at 93-0. And now Nathan Hall ahead, 3-0. Josh Ock with the high leg kick. Deals a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That's called for a strike on the holding Nathan Halls. (3-1) is upstairs. And it's a 5-pitch walk from Josh Ock to Nathan Hall. And the base runner of Hall gets aboard. And now Matt Klein steps in.
Josh Ock, a great ground ball producer. He'd love to get one here just to make things easier with 2 outs and Devin Taylor coming to the plate.
Josh Ock with the high leg kick. Drops in a 76-mile-an-hour pitch for a strike on the catcher. 0-1, leg kick from Ock. Back into the zone at 76 for a strike. Klein behind 0-2.
And sometimes that's all you need as a pitcher. You face somebody, so if you're a righty, you're facing a lefty, and to feel that shoulder get pulled in on the slider, kind of centers you back here, and that's what we've seen here so far from Ock.
0-2 is fouled away by Klein into the parking lot. 90-mile-an-hour pitch there from Josh Ock. Hyannis trying to hold on to their 4-0 lead right now in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-2. Klein turns on and sends foul down the left field line.
Ock has found his command once again. First 2 backdoor sliders in for a strike, and then both fastballs up above the zone, trying to get Matt Klein to climb the stairs and chase, and fouled both off.
The 0-2 from Ock is swung on and missed. Ramping the pitch speed up to 84 to get it by Klein. One away to now bring up Devin Taylor.
Yeah, and what a big strikeout to get Klein to go down. Now you have Taylor up, where even if he does have the worst case scenario for the Harbor Hawks, it's still a 2-run lead and you reset things. So big strikeout.
Devin Taylor with Jaron Advincula looming on deck. First pitch to Taylor is inside, 1-0 at 90 miles an hour. Can cut the tension here at Lowell Park with a knife. Park that has been effervescent with energy goes quiet here in this bottom of the ninth. 1-0, leg kick, runs inside at 78, 2-0.
That slider just pulled a little too hard. Glove side. Cam Peebles, very athletic behind home plate, able to reach across, set up away, had to jump inside and grab it.
It's important for Peebles to keep the balls in front of him and not allow also trying to grab anything crazy. 2-0. It's inside at 91 to Devin Taylor. Taylor already has 2 walks. A single in the 7th. Josh Ock is behind 3-0 to Taylor. 3-0 pitch inside, and will get away from Peebles, but it doesn't matter. Hall moves over to second. Taylor moves to first for Jaron Advincula.
Big opportunity now for Advincula to keep the line moving. You've got the game-tying run on the on-deck circle.
With 1 out, with runners at second and first, a double play would end it for Hyannis. Every pitch crucial from here on out. Ock looks at the sign from Peebles. High leg kick delivers home. Fastball at 91 that stays high. Josh Ock. Southern Miss, Golden Eagle. Deals the 1-0. That's fouled back on at 89. 1-1. Jaron Advincula wanted that one right there.
Yeah, fastball right on the hands. Try to get the barrel extended to shoot it down the right field line. Just missed it. Hit it straight back.
Advincula coming into tonight's ball game, the leader in batting average. The 1-1. It's a breaking ball that stays upstairs, 2-1. Josh Ott comes off the mound and onto the grass to receive the throwback from Peebles.
Struggling a little bit with command, but understanding you are 1 pitch away. You have a infield that's been one of the best in the Cape all summer long.
2-1 inside at 89, 3-1.
And right now, Tanner Cunha is going to come out for another mound visit with the 3-1 pitch looming. A good time to meet with him. You know, maybe if it were after the Taylor at bat, you could see that as well, but definitely right now with a big pitch coming to Advincula. You don't want to feed something to him, but at the same time, not a big power threat. If he hits a single, you can live with that.
For the Harbor Hawks, to your point earlier, Josh, you have Tyler Cerny on deck instead of what could have been Nolan Naraki, as he was pulled back in the 7th, bottom of the 7th.
Now on the 3-1, Tanner Cunha vacates the mound. 4-0 Hyannis leads here in the bottom of the 9th. 3-1 pitch to Jaron Advincula is an 88-mile-an-hour called strike to load the count full.
Go right at him here.
Payoff pitch. Ock gets the signs from Peebles. Comes set on the rubber. Leg kicks home. Swing and a miss. Jaron Advincula is sent back to the Cotuit Ketleers dugout via the strikeout. Hyannis is 1 out away from picking up a win and claiming first place in the West, but Tyler Cerny stands in the way of that.
And Cerny, hasn't had the best summer, but was very, very solid in the Big Ten this past year for Indiana. 10 homers, 60 RBIs, was a big-time clutch hitter for the Hoosiers.
0-0 pitch to Cerny. Drops in for a strike at 75. Josh Ock is out in front. Josh Ock getting the signs from Cannon Peebles behind home plate. Taking on Tyler Cerny. 0-1. High fly ball that will go out of play beyond our pop-up tent, spiking on the bricks behind us. And now Tyler Cerny behind 0-2. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat of the day back in the 7th as he came in for a pinch hit to Nolan Naraki. Josh Ock trying to shut the door for Hyannis, trying to grab first for the time being with a weekend left to play in the regular season. The 0-2 pitch misses outside at 78 on the breaking ball. 1-2.
Good pitcher's pitch there. You're up 0-2. You want to work off the plate there. You don't want to feed anything to Tyler Cerny there. Make him try to chase.
And right now, Cerny saw that.
So the 1-2 pitch misses outside at 91, 2-2.
And it was a good idea there. wanted to say, if you can get a fastball that starts in the same tunnel as the slider but comes back over the plate to freeze him, I think that's what he was trying to do, just kind of yanked it.
2-2 pitch. Josh Ock kicks and fires home. Cerny pops one up into the infield to the right side. Dalton Bargo under it, making the move back into fair territory. And for the first time since 2019, Hyannis has won at Lowell Park. They win 4-0, and for the time being, claim first in the West, putting themselves at pole position.
Yeah, big win for Hyannis. You mentioned that. First time in the regular season, of course, in the 2022 playoffs, they beat Cotuit twice here, but a big game, and now Hyannis. And, you never know with the weird point system they have, but seemingly they would be half a game up on Cotuit for the number one spot in the West.
And you get a big win on the road. It's been a question mark up and down this season. You get a big win on the road here at Lowell Park against the now second place Cotuit Ketleers. Now you get a chance to go back home for a 2-game homestand. Hopefully the Harbor can stay hot and keep their home win success alive.
It was an aggressive call for Mitch Carricker to send in Josh Tate and have Kane Kepley bunt. It paid off. Hyannis wins 4-0 from Lowell Park. It should make for great postseason baseball if this game is a precursor to what we can see for the rest of the month of August. Hyannis back in action for a 2-game homestand tomorrow as they take on the Bourne Braves. Alongside Josh Schreiber and the amazing production crew of Charlie Adams and Dan Bottolino, our sideline reporters Matt Coates and Josie Broyles, I'm Jacob Iron saying so long from Lowell Park. Hyannis, for the first time since 2019 in the regular season, beats Cotuit at Lowell Park. They win 4-0. We'll talk to you tomorrow with a pregame starting at 5:50 from McKeon.
At the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.